covering up my closet so you don't see how dirty it is. What's up, YouTube? It's Paradios here, and I want to talk to you guys about the new Galaxy support that'll be coming out in Primal Origins. Now, I know I've covered this in a few of my other videos, but if you saw my Photon rant in my last video, you'd see that I don't like where Konami's going with this archetype. I mean, you're probably thinking, like, why this archetype? Why am I focused on this one instead of so many others? Like, well, this is my favorite archetype, and I can tell that a lot of you guys are trying to make the deck competitive. It's playable. It's close to tier 3, if I'm not mistaken, but it can be better. And with Primal Origins, like, that's proof of that. But, sorry. I want to let you guys know that, before I get started on that, I want to let you guys know that, yes, I know I promised you guys an opening of my Legacy of the Valiant box. Trust me, I did not pull anything that was worth recording. I would have disappointed you guys. I would have been a view wasted, but also I've been pretty sick, as you guys can tell, so yeah, there's that. Now, moving on. The Galaxy support, what I wanted to talk to you guys about that is that it's getting mixed reactions, and for the record, I'm gonna leave out number 62, because we already know that that card is a beast. We're going to leave that card out because it's the most broken card of the entire Galaxy archetype, so I don't need to go into any more details on that. Like, it's broken. I love it. It's beautiful. It's exactly what Galaxy Eyes should look like. It should be, but I'm going too into it. So, with that being said, let's focus on the archetype itself. Let's focus on some of the stuff right here. Now, don't get me wrong, the archetype is pretty strong. It's pretty powerful. It brings out level 8s like nothing. But there's just one problem with it. And this is the problem that I have with Konami that gives it to all anime decks. A lot of the stuff there is really situational. Now, what I really like about this archetype, unlike the Photon archetype, is that it doesn't revolve around bringing out Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon. Now, if you guys are like Konami, you don't know that you can easily bring out that dragon, then I refer to you to the Photon rant in the description below. Now, the archetype does not revolve around bringing out Galaxy Eyes. And if it does, it's easy, simple as that. You don't use up that much to bring it out. But sometimes, typical Konami, they just love to fuck with us, and they just love to bring out the situational shit. Because they think that if it can work in the show, then it will most likely work in real life. And I'm here to prove it wrong. So, I got the list right here on my phone. And going on with the first card we have here is Galaxy Mirror Sage. Now, this is a spellcaster, and it's level 3. That was the first wrong thing there, but I'll get to that in a second. Alright, it's level 3. It's a flip effect monster. If you flip it face up and it's destroyed, you special summon a Galaxy monster from the graveyard of the deck. Face down defense position. When that monster is destroyed, it's removed from play instead. Now, here's the problems that I have with it. Like, it's a good card. It can actually, it might replace Exolite. It might. But here's where it makes Exolite a little bit better. Even though Exolite has that restriction, and it could have done better without one or the other restrictions. The thing about Galaxy Mirror Sage is that it's level 3. It's level 3. That I could really care less about its weak stats, but it's a flip effect monster. And this is the reason why nobody is really running Magician of Faith that much, because it's a flip effect. And flip effects in this format, this day and age, they're pretty slow. So, with that being said, Galaxy Mirror Sage, that's the first thing wrong, but it's a little passable. Look, I don't care that it's spellcaster, I don't care that it has a weak attack and defense, I don't care that its flip effect is like that, but its flip effect, that's the second thing, actually. The first thing was the flip effect. The second was the actual effect itself. When that monster is destroyed, the one that it special summons, sorry, it's banished from the game. But here's the solution. The solution we have here is Imperial Iron Wall. If we can main those, and we can have that face up, because it can pretty much work against the opponent. Because you know what, chances are you really going to use Galaxy as its effect to banish itself? Really? Are you going to do that? Because chances are you're not. Unless you're really that desperate. Because chances are you're only going to bring out Galaxy Eyes in defense mode via Galaxy Expedition through Galaxy Wizard. But that's another thing. for another time. Um, the third thing, and it's ironic seeing as how that the third problem that I have with this card is its level, which is level 3. I hate the fact that it's level 3. If it was level 4, that's the thing about this deck. Another thing, it's level 8 and level 4 oriented. We already got rid of the satellite engine because this deck does no longer need it. Photon satellite, it was good for the most part, but think about it. Level 1, no attack, no defense. The only thing it was good for was mass chameleon bait. If you want to go for a level 5 synchro. But that's just it. The only way it can be good is if you have Galaxy guys already out on the field and you bring out satellite for number 9 Dyson Sphere. Or if you really want to go down that road, Photon Thrasher, Photon Crusher, along with Satellite can go for a rank 5, which is usually Pallades, Adreus, Taras, whatever. And the fact that this card is level 3 kind of kills what the deck has going for it. But then again, like, what it has going for right now, even before Mirror Sage, it was on the ropes of tweaking out, so maybe this could benefit, I don't know. But me personally, I would probably run 2 or 3. Like, it does seem pretty good just to try out. I'm still trying it out as it is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are too, so I'd probably main it like maybe 2 or 3, maybe, I don't know. Like, I can't really say 2 or 3. Whichever one is fine. Okay. Next card is Galaxy Tyranno. Now, this one I actually had high hopes for when I first got the call and I got the news for it. Galaxy Tyranno, it's a level 8 dinosaur. Again, don't care for its stats, don't care for its type. I honestly didn't expect for a Galaxy dinosaur, but it's level 8. It's good. That right there was good. Its effect that it can, that if you got a Galaxy monster that's being attacked or targeted for an attack, whatever, you can just it's like a hand trap actually. You just special summon it, whatever Galaxy monsters you have, like you overlay them, exceed summon a Galaxy monster. A Galaxy Exceed, sorry. That is fucking awesome. It really is. To have the ability to exceed during your opponent's turn, the battle phase no less, and that is just awesome. I really cannot ask for anything more. The problem here is that you have a Galaxy monster that's being targeted for an attack. Now, let's go over the Galaxy monsters real quick. Galaxy Eyes, it can banish itself. It can take care of itself during the battle phase, unless it's attacking directly, in which case that's it. But who's going to attack into Galaxy Eyes? Myzel Mizar from the show was stupid enough to attack into it, but that's because that's in the show. Like in the show, that's all they care about. They don't really see the same way that we do it in real life. Who's really going to attack into a Galaxy Eyes? It can already banish itself during the battle phase, unless you got some monster who pretty much buffs itself up over 3,000 and has Fiendish Chain or a negated Galaxy Eyes' effect somehow and decides to ram through it. In which case, yeah, that would really help out. And the only way you can help yourself out right there, if you're going to overlay with Tyranno, number 62 can pretty much help you out. But really, no one's going to attack Galaxy Eyes. They're going to either Torrential the bitch, they're going to Bottomless, Warning, Compulse, Torrential, Dark Hole, whatever. They're going to pop it from the field by a card effect. They're not going to ram into it. And, I mean, nobody's really that stupid. Also, another card. Galaxy Knight. No one's going to run into that card either. It's too high of an attack. 28 attack points is a lot for you to attack into. Like, I personally wouldn't do it. And, well, if you activate his effect by giving up 1,000 of attack points, like, yeah, maybe it could work, but you really want to get away with that effect. Because if you bring out Galaxy Knight that way, you're going to overlay into it with the Galaxy Eyes that you revive with its effect. So it's not going to stay on the field for that long unless you really want that much field presence in which you bring out Thrasher, then Knight. You don't have Galaxy Eyes in the graveyard, but it's still going to lose its attack, and therefore it's going to go back to 28 the second you end your turn. And again, nobody's dumb enough to ram into it. Then there's Galaxy Wizard. He has no attack. Sounds good, right? Not really. That's the Searcher. You don't want to have him on the field. Like, yeah, he's going to give up your normal summon to search, but this is searching. This is what the deck has been lacking. You think Photon Lizard was good? Like, hell no. It is kind of, but it's kind of slow. But I'll get onto that like some other time. Wizard, no one's gonna run into that card because you're just gonna search with it, unless you are dumb enough to bring it out with revive it with Galaxy Zero, in which case it's just there. You might as well be attacked directly because of that. Because again, it has no attack. No one's gonna attack into it. The only one that was viable for this was actually Galaxy Mirror Sage. That right there could have helped it out. But again, it goes against it because the monster it special summons from either the graveyard or the deck is being brought out face down. If it's face down, then Tyranno can't activate his effect because the monster needs to be face up. There's not much we can do right there. And honestly, I can only go with just the one. Personally, I'm just gonna run it at one. If you want to go for two, if you can actually get away with it, I want to know more about that. Like, I want to know how you guys got away with that, because I really had high hopes for this card, but I don't see what it has going for it right now. Like, one seems to be the best choice right now. If we can go for two, I'm all for it. Alright, let's see. What else we got here? Alright, we're not going for 62. I'm going to go real quick with Chaos number 107, Neo Tachyon. The only problem I have here is that you got to tribute 2 monsters in order to attack 3 times to your opponent. Not attack directly, just the monsters that they have. I probably wouldn't want to run his effect. I don't want to use his effect, though, for tributing. We already do enough when it comes to field presence. We don't really need any more of that. But his effect negation, that's another story. But again, you're only going to be running 1 anyway. What are the chances of you summoning out 2 of them? So, yeah, it's still a good card. I'd run it at 1. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys would, too. Galactic Charity. I was thinking about Graceful Charity, and I thought it was good. See, this is where I think it's situational. This deck is just... Okay, you know what? Sorry, let me go through the effect, actually. If you control a Galaxy Exceed on the field, discard a card, draw 2 cards. For the rest of the turn, your opponent takes half the battle damage. Now, somebody in the comment section on the Silent Enigma's card review on this card said that, and I forgot who it was. I'm sorry if I don't have your name, like, I'm sorry. But the thing is, and that person said it right. If you already have a Galaxy Exceed on the field, like, you don't really need to draw into any more. Especially if you have number 62 out. You don't really need anything to draw into it. Like, you already accomplished what you had to do. The only way you would need to draw is if you're going for a strategy and you're really that thirsty in order to go for whatever strategy you're going for. But if you already have a Galaxy Exceed on the field, and keep in mind, a lot of the Galaxy Exceeds are pretty powerful. If you already have it on the field, mission accomplished. You don't really need to do anything more. You don't really need to draw unless you're really that greedy. But the only way you could actually get away with this effect and not being able to have the battle damage is if you activate it during main phase 2. 1 to 2 seems to be the perfect option here. Like, I personally might run it at 1 because, you know, it's pretty situational. Trade-in is still better than it. As much as I really don't like trade-in, I have my issues with it, but it's trade-in. Konami's too fucking lazy to print out Photon Trade. Instead, they give us Galactic Charity. And I'm going to go on this one real quick. Galactic Charity, it's just situational. But I thought it was situational too. But here's where it doesn't look situational. That's what the deck is supposed to do. Bring out Galaxy Exceeds. That's where I might run it at 2. But still, Trade-in still outclasses it by so much. I don't think I need to go into any more detail than that. Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. It's a lot better than the rank ups that I'm currently running right now. At least from my perspective. And it's ironic with Galactic Charity. I don't need to go back to it, but it's ironic given the fact that Sylvan Charity is in that same set. And again, somebody said that in the Silent Enigma's comment section. That's the sad part. Double Dragon Descent, like, I'm not even gonna go there, okay? This deck does not revolve around dragons. The boss monsters are the dragons, and we don't really need to go into more detail than that, okay? Like, Dragalon was one thing, and yeah, I'm not going there. Then there's Tachyon Chaos Hole. This I could see out of all the cards right here, out of all the Galaxy cards, like this one I can see might have some play. It may be a little slow, but I see potential in this one. Because, well, it's a normal trap card. Yeah, it's a normal trap card. When a Galaxy Exceed monster you control is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle by card effect, yeah, by an attacking monster during the battle phase, and sent to the graveyard, destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls. And if you do, banish the destroyed cards. During your draw phase, instead of conducting the normal draw, banish this card, target one Galaxy Exceed in the graveyard, special summon that target. That's actually pretty good. Especially with, like I just said, the deck focuses on pretty much bringing out Galaxy Exceeds. Now, Felgrand still kind of outclasses some of them, but it's got nothing on number 62. Point being that this is like, I could kind of see this thing being replaced by, I could see this thing replacing Forbidden Lance. But still, it's pretty situational if you really think about it. Because given the fact that that's what your opponent's going to be doing, they might not run into it, but they'll try to pop it from the field. This is where Banishing comes in. This is where Imperial Iron Wall comes in, actually. That's what I'm thinking about using when this set comes out. This prevents anything from being banished. If it can have it destroyed, then voila, we've reached potential. We've reached something here, and I don't see that much being said into it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on it. Like, the most I can probably run this for is 2. I might run it at 1 should case be, but I'm gonna get 3 copies just in case because it's a trap hole. Still, it's pretty good. Out of all the cards, this is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, this is really good. I like it. Might run it at 2, most likely at 1. I'll try it at 2, but I'm not gonna run it at 3, and I know you guys won't run it at 3 either. And I think that's it. Is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Like with Chaos, Tachyon Chaos Hole, like that's it. And on a side note, I forgot to bring this up earlier. With Galaxy Tyranno, this is where, here's a little tip for Galaxy Tyranno if you really want to pull off his effect. Battlemania. I thought about it. I'm surprised no one has said anything about it. I'm surprised the Wikia didn't say anything on the tips section. But I'm going to try it out myself. And if you guys can try it out yourselves as well, like, get back to me. I really want to hear it. Because, as you know, us Photon players have to stick together. We want to make this deck competitive. Want to make it more playable. It's got potential, but Konami's just holding it back with all these situational cards. Like, we don't need it. Hey, the bright side here is we don't have any more cards that bring out Galaxy Eyes. And if it does, then at least we're not giving up too much cards just to bring out this one dragon that can easily die upon its summoning. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Go ahead, give it a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next vid. This is Paradios, and it's lights out.